Hi, a very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf Collectibles and a very warm welcome to Bressingham. Now, I love Bressingham on any day of the week, but today's particularly special because it's the narrow gauge show. Unfortunately, the weather's let us down early on, so everybody's inside, but already had a look around some marvellous layouts, a really nice selection of layouts, so join me as we take a walk round. Well, it's going so well today. Been round, got a lot of footage, and just wanted to do some pieces to camera. So I put my hand in my pocket to get the radio microphone, and I've dropped it somewhere, which is rather frustrating. So I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm just going to have to try and record this without the microphone. What I thought we'd do is go back in and have a look at some of these layouts. Just take you around the narrow gauge exhibits. By the way, the outside track, they're running double gauges on here. Beautiful side layout. You can see various roundhouse engines here by the look of it. Right, let's go around this way. So this is the main hall. I'm just going to show you this other little room first. Got Great Eastern models here. And around this side we've got Fen End Pit.
I know you're still playing with it.
And now you don't care.
No, he's still playing with it.
Yeah.
So, in a different context.
It's not like the bit of old rabbit left on its side.
It's broken apart.
Yeah. It's all scratch built, isn't it? The majority is fixed, but I mean, that's he's only just walked in the door. Well, should be boggled by everything else, I'm sure. Is that? We'll work our way around slowly. Take it easy. I'm just going to move number 4 in that.
The sand. Look.
I think it's the bottom. The bottom has
Really interesting mechanism on this one. Just showing the conveyor at that end, and at this end they've got an operational crane.
it's all going right. The scale is
I couldn't work out what things were coming out. There's the extra doors to go.
There's a lovely one here of a quarry.
Theatre, the atmosphere. I like it to look scruffy. 7 or 8 years worth of work. Because everything that I did was the first time I'd ever done it. So I messed it up and I took it away and started again.
yes.
One's really growly.
Back into the main exhibition hall. The only thing that I think is a shame is the lighting. It's quite dimly lit in here, and unfortunately some of the layouts, because it's dimly lit, you know, you can't really get a clear view of the details on them. This one's beautiful, Darjeeling Railway. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. It's a Himalayan mountain. But yeah, I'm not going to try that. Over the back there you can see the Royal Mail sorting carriage. Post office on wheels. And this one over here is the Whole Beach Estates Railway.
fear that I've played somebody else's track, but done some
009 gauge.
silly thing, broken his track.
I've just started playing track because I had some.
Yeah, the locomotive is simplex, but the body is scratched off by a friend of mine, although these days you can get them back.
Because I had some.
And then this one is Appleton Dean. This one does have lights on it, so makes it quite easy to film. Hotel. Really, look at the yard here. It's really nice. And again over the back here. Let's just follow this loco along the layout. Traction engines here in the middle. And there's Barton Farm over here. Looks like they're running some of those new 009 locos that Bachmann are doing. Bachmann or Pico, I can't remember.
And they said to me when I was there, it's a job to do it because they think they've got somewhere and then somebody will say, oh no.
So I've got a layout at home, and then this one I wanted to display more the way that it's laid out.
They really run well, don't they?
Yeah, they do, they love them.
Better in the bouldering.
Yes,
I find.
oh yeah, very much so.
A really nice little layout, that one. Very manageable. And there's this is called Stony End. And again you can see here what I was saying about the light. Just a shame there's so much effort gone into these layouts and they're not necessarily shown in at their best because it's quite dim in here. It's 15-inch gauge. Frederick A. Krupp of Essen. And this was on display, well you can see here, on display in Munich, but I remember riding on this as a child around the Waverley line that they have here that goes off around the lake. And its sister loco is currently under restoration in workshop. We'll go and see that in a minute. Another beautiful traction engine here, Fowler. I just wanted to bring you in here. It's a printing press. And in here they've got various, got a beautiful model of a traction engine there. And then all the Mammoth accessories in the cabinet here, and the Mammoth locos running round. Got Wilsco as well. At the top there is one of the APT models. I think these were display in shops and things. And there's various other locos in these cabinets. But I just wanted to highlight this one. So one of my viewers wrote to me and basically said that he donated an engine to Bressingham recently. It's 3.5 inch gauge, and it was similar to one of the models that I saw in Ipswich. Well, this is the only one that I can find that's similar. I don't know if this is the one, but if it is, it's here, and it's on display in with all the other model engines here. That's a very nice one as well. Yeah, lovely. And again, some more Mammoth cars here. You've got a steam car and obviously the steam lorry. Another traction engine over this side. And then the Mammoth engines running in the cabinets up here. Beautiful 5-inch scale loco, LMS loco there. Doris, that one's called. And yeah, various, there's a 3-rail loco and a few bits and pieces in there. And at the top, I don't know if you can see the boxes up there. You've got the Hornby rocket and various other Mammoth collectibles. So back outside. Lovely model of a carousel here. Created by the late James Watson of Spalding in Lincolnshire. 16th scale. Really nice. Now normally in here they have all the Dad's Army collection, all the vehicles from the show. So they've obviously all been moved out of here today to make space for the exhibition. This one here is called Hubbart's Halt, or Hubbard's, sorry, not with a T, with a D, Hubbard's Halt. And the gentleman was telling me that all the engines on here, they're all scratch built, they're not from kits, just from various parts.
That's made out of bits.
Got the Tramway and Light Railway Society. Rather nice model there. And New Warmington Pier. Ravenhill. This is 09 scale.
have to give you a step up.
Yes, I do. I always have it. Do you go on the trains?
So that was Staines Barn Railway, showing that even the most smallest layouts can be absolutely fascinating. This is the North Level Railway. Beautifully done, beautifully done. And a gentleman pointed out to me the little bubble car at the end here. Very nice. Very nice. Those steam engines over the back here, the traction engines. There's a Garrett and a Burrell. Lovely. This is St. Tudstule. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Lovely little layout. Look at the size of it in total. But then if I come in and you have a look at the detail here, just come to life. Yeah, it made me jump then because there's nobody here. I've got looking at the layout on my own and it suddenly came to life. I wondered what happened. That's lovely. Lots of second-hand engines here. N-gauge over this side. And then we've got Longstone. Again, another layout not particularly helped by the light. As I say, very dimly lit in here. Very nicely done. I do like the buildings on this one. And as with a couple of the other layouts we've seen in the past, it's double-sided, so got this around here and then as we cross around the other side, got a second scene and the engine just going around the periphery.
You'd have to spend like a long while.
It's a long time putting it together. Yeah.
So yeah, I just think the big three, because they stick out a long way, don't they? That's just one way thing. That's right.
This is Jonesdorf of the Austrian Tyrol. Beautiful scenery on here. Just move down this way where the locos are moving.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
This is actually what was a song stand. Thank
Now, if you haven't been to Bressingham, the thing that makes this particularly special is in the middle of the sort of grounds is this sort of green area laid out with a cafe at one end and benches all around. A beautiful place to sit. Right in the middle here you've got the vintage gallopers, which used to be steam run, sadly no longer running on steam, but running around. If I go across here you can see, so I'm just trying not to film too many people, because as you have sort of the focal point in the centre there, as I say, the gallopers. Today we've got a couple of fire engines here from the Norfolk Fire Museum, but then running around the outside of this green area is one of the tracks for the railways. So you've kind of got engines all around you as you're sitting there looking at the gallopers, which is rather nice. Very, very nice place to sit. This is Grafton Maltings that we saw in Ipswich, so it's because of the gentleman on here told me about the show in Bressingham today. If you remember, this is one with the gentleman starting the car by the gates.
Well, we've come up from Ipswich today. We haven't. I don't think we've been very much further than that.
Right.
Would you be willing to travel up to the northwest?
Ooh, now that's since it's just for one day.
No, 2 days.
Oh, but now that's a challenge. We'd have to. Bob's our general organiser.
Because we have so few of our own, maybe?
Possibly.
I mean, if you're in North Wales, there's no point. You might as well just go and see the real thing.
Just outside Stoke-on-Trent.
And then coming down this way we've got East Dunnet.
So when I changed the colour, I couldn't
Sort of hidden behind the layouts today. You can see here, look, the wagon, bit towed behind a traction engine. Got a very vintage, I don't know what this is, oh, fire truck. I'm guessing it's a fire truck. Yeah, got to be a fire truck. It's Smith's Railways. All right. Now, butcher's shop set up. Let's come over here. This is Hawkins Tower.
Yeah, they're replacing those on the high level one at the moment. They've got quite a nice job of making those for that it's deteriorated a little bit on that level.
Yeah. So it's amazing it's been going so long now.
And then this one is Buckley Quay.
And the thinking was that if that could be developed into a port, it would grow. As opposed to here, you see.
I do like the buildings on this one. Sort of trees along the back there.
Yeah, I think years ago.
Right. Yeah.
Just low relief
So what I
buildings,
did
but they
was I
look
went
all be
down to,
handmade, hand finished.
Just nearby.
Very nice.
Daddy carry you for a minute? You can see?
Very nice.
It's this fantastic mound.
Yeah, so this is... Let's just head over and go upstairs for a moment. And up here there's a couple of permanent layouts. So we've got Thetford Bridge, which is, I forget who it's run by now, bear with me. The Thetford and District Model Railway Society, and this is their permanent layout. That's always here, not always in operation though. You can see the size of it, it's huge. And with it being permanent, we've got this glass to stop little fingers, or big fingers I guess, poking and prodding the layout when it's not being looked after. size. And then behind it is live steam. Roundhouse Lady Anne. You might have seen my video with me steaming my Lady Anne. Fortunately, I don't have a layout like this. Absolutely huge. Look at this. I can't read what society this is, but it's Suffolk and Borders Light Railway. I can't read, this print's too small. Got the wrong glasses on to read that. Just wait for the other one to come back round. These are all run on O gauge, so my I run 45mm G gauge, so my roundhouse engines are slightly wider wheels than these. But that's one of the beauties of the roundhouse, you can choose whether you're going to run on O or G gauge. And now some lovely steam models up here. Let's just go around and show you these. Threshing machine and traction engine. 1 foot scale by the look of it. Various artefacts in there from the fire brigade. Another traction engine here. Beautiful models. Royal Scot. So I'll tell the story when we get outside, but I have memories of being here and seeing the Duchess of Sutherland and the Royal Scot side by side out on the out in the yard here, along with Oliver Cromwell in the background. There's talking of Oliver Cromwell, I mean there's William Shakespeare over the back there. You see it. They're beautiful models. They really are. Yeah. Anyway, so they when Billy Butlin gave up the locos from his theme parks, he actually had them there as exhibits when they were retired from British Rail. Alan Bloom, who owned Bressingham at the time, bought, I don't know, but anyway, managed to get them to come to Bressingham, and they were stored here for a number of years. Back in the day, I mean, you can only imagine what that was like for a steam museum with 3 of the biggest named engines in the world. Right, let's head down the stairs. Cumbrian Model Railways Limited. Various spares for your narrow gauge railway. Right, I'll tell you what, we'll go over to the engine shed and have a look in there. So if I can find the photograph that of me as a you know, very youngster, maybe 8, 9, 10 years old. And right here, this is where the Royal Scot and Duchess of Sutherland were sitting, just outside this red shed here. Yeah, amazing thing to see back then. Be an amazing thing to see now. Now they still do have some full-size engines here. Today we've got the Terrier running back and forth, Martello. Beautiful Loken. So this is the furthest locomotive shed. There's only there's a couple of engines in here. We got the I don't know how you pronounce that. Peer Gint? Yeah, something like that, but absolutely massive loco. Now this was outside for many, many years, and it's nice to see it's been brought in under cover. The traction engine here that's been worked on. And then this one over here. Now this one here was actually in beautiful condition, and what you'll see in the weathering on it was actually done by Hollywood, and it starred in a film, Legend of Tarzan, and as a result of that they made it look more authentic to the savannah or the African plains, I'm not sure which, but yeah, it's looking in a little bit sorry for itself, but you can see the Hollywood cowcatcher added onto the front here. Yeah, unbelievable. Just checking the loco is King Haakon. Right, let's go over to the other engine shed. Here's one of the exhibits that would normally be over the way where the model railways are in the exhibition hall. This would be on display in there, but like I say, they've moved them over here to make room for the layouts. Beautiful beam engine here. It's an Easton and Anderson beam pumping engine. If you remember, I was talking about the Crump engine just a minute ago that used to do the run on the Waverley line. Well, this is the sister loco that's under restoration at the moment. You see the pictures at the top there of it running here, with a pair of them running up and down. Well, I say up and down, running round sort of the railway here. And yeah, this one's been under restoration for a number of years now. Be nice to see it back on the rail soon. There's certainly a lot more progress than the last time I was here. You can see they've got the rails back together, and the wheels are fitted back on, cylinders are on, and tenders well advanced. Last time it was it literally was a pile of bits, so it's good progress. Right, let's come down through here. Many different projects on the go here. Little boiler there for one of the narrow gauge engines. A lot of stationary engines here. And don't forget, this was all a personal collection of one guy. So as I say, Alan Bloom set this museum up as a steam museum, and these are just his. Most of this was a personal collection. Got number 25 saddle tank for Beckton Gasworks. This one was built in 1897. Again, one of the cars that would normally be parked over the way. Here's one of my favourite engines. Obviously the Garrett, William Francis. Bayer Peacock, standard gauge Garrett. How lovely it'd be to see that steam. Let me come back a bit so you can see. It's a shame the boat's parked in front of it. Absolute monster. And again, more stationary engines here. It's absolutely huge. Some of the gallopers here in restoration. It says here the galloper hospital. Yeah. So the galloper's outside. I'm just reading here. The galloper steam galloper roundabout is Bressingham Steam centrepiece and is one of the finest sets to be seen anywhere. Built by savages of King's Lynn in 1897. Wonderful. Let's have a look in these carriages. Yes, I did some videos recently on the Marks and Spencer's Royal Train set, and this was one of the coaches that's in that set. Let's go up and have a look. So this one, it says there, was used by the Queen's private secretary and lady in waiting, and then used extensively by the Prince of Charles when he obviously before he was king. This is whether you're just seeing the reflection. There's the telephone down here, the writing desk, sleeping quarters. So built in 1957, and as I say, well, I'm saying, repeating what I said, used by the Queen's private secretary. So this is Queen Alexandra's coach from the LNWR, built in 1902. There's a picture here of King George V and Queen Elizabeth, obviously the Queen Mother, saying farewell near Birmingham in 1939. You see the opulent table lamps here, and the chairs. Yeah, it's very, very dark inside. Can't really get too much detail. You get the feeling of it. Right, and then there's a couple of engines at the end here. We've got Granville. And Great Eastern Railway, number 87. If I can get far enough away to. Let's get a picture of Granville as well. It's the I don't know what that is actually. Obviously from the Royal Scot. I don't actually know where they would sit. If anybody knows, let me know. I wonder if it's the I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Cut that out. Again, number 87 from the other side. So it's a GER class S56. Just read there. And we'll just come down this way and work our way back. And we have Thundersley. Wonderful locomotive, would have run the line out of Liverpool Street, as it says on the front there. Built in 1909 at Darlington. It says here number 80 was delivered direct to the Imperial International Exhibition World's Fair at Shepherd's Bush. It was adorned in a special lavender livery and temporarily named Southend-on-Sea. Then later in 1911, Thundersley was decorated in fine style to celebrate the coronation of King George V. Certainly a beautiful looking loco. You can see here on the side, London, Tilbury, Southend. And then the final loco here is a GNER Class T26 LNER Class E4 built in 1895 at Stratford Works in London. Certainly a fine collection of engines, I think you'll agree. So as I say, there's four tracks here. This is one of them, this is narrow gauge railway. Running 2 locos today. few of the vintage cars, as I say, are parked outside to make room in the exhibition hall. This is the service area for the engines, or the workshops for the engines. So they're just pulling in one of their recovery diesels. See another one of their engines, the vertical boiler. This was running the last time I was here. Right, let's walk down this way.
co-stroke.
We beat you.
So this is probably the smallest of the railways here. This is the Garden Railway, and you can see the name of the engine is Alan Bloom. Well, he's the guy that started this place. He was a horticulturalist, made his money growing and selling plants and breeding different breeds. He created these beautiful gardens that stretch out behind us, which is why this is called the Steam Gardens, and you'll see that as we go round on the train. But obviously his passion was also steam, so with the money that he made from the gardening and the sort of nursery business, he invested that into his collection of steam engines, and as they say, the rest is history. Now, going back into the 70s and 80s when you came here, you'd often see Mr. Bloom actually driving the engines, but yeah, sadly he's no longer with us, but let's say his legacy lives on. Well, what a marvellous day. I've never had a bad day at Bressingham in all the years I've been coming here. It's always an absolute pleasure. And a highlight for me today is to see Terrier Martello steaming and to have a ride behind it on the guard van. Absolutely fantastic, really amazing, absolute special treat. And yeah, it's just been a fantastic day around the museum. Like I say, all 4 railways working, so the Waverley Line, the Narrow Gauge Railway and also the Garden Railway. All of them, you know, exemplary, and they're really long rides as well, so if you haven't been, it's definitely a place to come and visit, and really good value. About £16 to get in today, and yeah, there's plenty here to do all day. Really good. And all the layouts that people have spent so much time and effort creating and gone to all the effort to bring here to display really has made it extra special, and quality of the layouts has been absolutely brilliant. Well worth the effort to drive up here. I guess the only downer for me is I managed to lose my microphone, which is going to make this quite an expensive day out, but these things happen, and we live and learn. I'll be more careful in the future. Anyway, we'll leave that one there. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, so I am a lucky boy. So on the way out I was called in at the shop to see if it possibly my microphone had been handed in, and I am an extremely lucky boy that somebody was kind enough to hand it in, found it on the floor, handed it in, and yeah, thank you so much to whoever that was. Really grateful. They didn't leave a name, unfortunately, but yeah, should they ever see this, thank you for doing that.